I'm very happy to share this drill with you, which I call the Monlux. I learned this from one of my mentors, Jake Monlux. He's a retired physical therapist up in the Washington area. Amazing gentleman with an amazing background and experience. And for decades, he used the health wands in his clinical physical therapy practice. And this is one of the drills that I learned from him. It's my personal favorite, and people, my corporate clients and athletes that I work with really like it as well. And so what we're going to do, and I'm going to start with my left hand here. I'm going to hold the wand out vertical in my left hand. And then I'm going to drop it over my left shoulder. And without looking, I'm going to use my brain and my kinesthetic awareness or body awareness to figure out where the end of that is. So I'm grabbing the bottom end, and then I'm going to center. So I need to center the wand on my back and kind of slide it back and forth there. So what I'm feeling is I want to position the wand between my shoulder blades in a diagonal angle, but I don't want it tilted too much this way because it could get in the bony edges of that scapular border. The scapula is your shoulder blade. And once I get it there where I'm comfortable, I'm going to open both hands up and I'm going to leave my wrist straight. And now this is a leverage tool, so remember there's a lot of leverage on the shoulders, and we're going to be very gentle and respect the physics of this long lever. I'm going to very carefully take my right hand and push it forward and rock my left shoulder back. So now I'm actually behind my midline a little bit. And now I'm going to gently take my left hand up here on top and pull down. And I'm just going to relax my right shoulder and get out of the way of the wand and let the wand gently raise my right shoulder back. And then I teeter-totter. I push forward, I pull down. I push forward and I pull down. So let's look at this from the side. I'll start all over again. So left hand, wand is upright, I'm down towards the bottom. If you get up too high, this would be too short and you won't be able to find it, unless you're really mobile in shoulders, more so than I. So I want a little bit of length here. Come over the top, angle, fish around, find it, center, get my sweet spot, flatten my hands, straighten my wrist, and I start teeter-tottering. I pull down, and I push forward. So what I want you to notice from this angle is that I'm not doing this or doing that. I'm owning the movement out of my shoulders. So I do tip a little bit, but mainly I'm feeling that in my right shoulder, and then my left shoulder retracts and pulls back. So wonderful stretch. Again, there's a lot of leverage on the shoulders. So especially with my left side, be careful as you take your bottom hand and push forward. This must be slow, gentle, and feather in the amount of pushing and pulling. So I'll turn from the back angle now. Back shoulder on the right, that top arm rocks back, and I teeter-totter back and forth and back and forth. And I usually do about 3 to 5, and then I'll switch. So I'll show you the switching part now. So I'm coming over the right shoulder and I'm going to the left. I'm going to straighten my wrist. I've got it centered. I'm in my sweet spot, so I'm not on the bony portions of my shoulder blades. And I come down, push forward. And again, I'm doing my best to stay upright. I don't want to tip over. I don't want to move my head to compensate for my shoulders being tight. I'm going to take advantage of every single repetition and every single part of this movement to open my body up. And then when I'm done, I'm going to use some hand agility here just to flip the wand through and then come back the other way. This is one case where the shorter wand's actually a little bit easier to use. If I have a 5-foot wand, which is the preferred length in our workshops. They can be a little long for that, but if you have a wand that is about 4 feet, and you can even do this with about a 3.5 foot or 3 foot wand sometimes too. So again, about 3 to 5 reps, and if I want to work that a little bit, I can get up here and really maybe add a pulse to that, and I can add a pulse this way. So instead of just down and down, I can lift that left arm up, and then I can pull that right shoulder back and do a little pulsing movement here. So again, that's of all the drills I teach, that's my personal favorite. And the people that I've taught this to, which include, you know, all kinds of folks, even people over 60, 65 years old that you wouldn't see in the gym necessarily. They're just trying to get out of pain at the computer and get themselves opened up so they can function better throughout the day. They like the drill too. As long as you modify it, use the regressions that Jake taught me. You know, first, no pain, right? First, do no harm. If you need a more flexible wand to do that, you can get the thin wall sprinkler gauge PVC. It'll be a little more bendy. But even with my less fit people, this movement has been quite safe for them as long as we just go slow with it. Okay, so I hope you enjoy that one. It's a great one.